You see a difference in the last like 2 to 3 years since fentanyl came in on the scene? Is there a difference on the streets?
Yes, it's crazy. It's like people who were never even really doing drugs, I feel, are like just out here doing the most, you know? It's crazy. Crazy.
All right, we're in beautiful Las Vegas with Stacy,
Nicole.
and what's her name or his name?
That's Blackie.
Hey, Blackie. How you doing, Blackie?
This is my baby. That's my good boy, huh? Yeah,
all right, Stacy. We did an interview with you, what, like about 6 months ago, 8 months ago?
Something like that. It was hot out.
Yeah, and then we lost the footage. I'm so glad I saw you again over here at the Aztec, the infamous Aztec. What's going on over there, though? Like rapping over there or something?
I don't know. They just kind of hang out. People hang out outside. People hang out inside, and the cops roll up on us. You know?
Yeah, the cops are cool. Yeah.
They're not bad. They're not too bad.
They're not too bad?
Yeah.
All right. I remember last time we discussed things. Tell me the story behind Stacys Mom Song.
Oh, man. I don't know. People like to sing that song to me. I guess it's the cleverest thing they can come up with when they meet me. But since my mom and I don't have any relationship whatsoever, I'm like, no, my mom does not got it going on.
All right, speaking of your mom, can we start from the beginning? Where were you born?
I was born and raised here in beautiful Las Vegas.
Oh, you were raised right here?
Born and raised.
You remember that sign? Was that sign always there?
That sign was not always there. I do remember when they built it, though.
When they built it?
Not that long ago. And it was like a big deal because it cost extremely, just like a really ridiculous amount of money.
Do you remember when this thing was built?
I do. Yep,
do you?
I do.
I just read about it. It was built in 1992 maybe?
Yeah, I was 6.
Yeah, you remember it?
I vaguely remember it, yeah.
Wasn't there like a roller coaster like way up there?
There still is a roller coaster. There's one also, the needle part. It goes up and down. That's the only one I've done.
Yeah.
It goes up and down and up and down. Then there's another one that's gonna go like this, and you can bungee jump off the side of it.
Yeah.
There, up there, where all the windows are.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant that rotates slowly.
Okay.
It's slow, so you don't really notice it so much when you're up there. But like around the outside, somebody's getting arrested.
Okay.
Or
describe what's going
detained. I'm not sure yet.
Maybe you'll get a job being a broadcaster. What's going on over there?
Okay, well, it looks like this guy over here in the red beanie is getting detained, not arrested. He's detained.
There's always action over here.
Always. And it's a chick cop too. Them are hard. Those are rough.
Let's get back to the star of the show. All right. So you're born in Las Vegas. Both parents?
Yep.
What was your childhood like?
I mean, it was good. I went to public schools and private schools, kind of bounced back and forth. Yeah. It seemed like I did 3 years in public school, 3 years private school, 3 years public.
Yeah.
Weird, but you know.
You graduated?
I did.
Awesome. Did you go to college?
I went to college for a while. I did not graduate from college, but I did some college. Started for elementary education, but then realized I really didn't like other people's kids all that much, so.
Now, growing up, was there any abuse in the home at all?
Nope.
Good childhood?
Yeah, good parent. I mean, I was adopted.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't have kids, so they, did this whole planned adoption thing and paid all this money and background checks and this and that. And then, like I like to say, my mom returned me and didn't even want a refund.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you mind going into like how your parents lost custody?
They didn't lose custody. They just didn't want me around anymore.
How old were you?
Well, I moved out when I was 15. I moved in with my grandma. Mm-hmm. I thought my mom would tell me, get your ass back home right now, and she never did. Oh. Yeah, but we lived across the street from my parents. Me and my grandma lived across the street from my parents. That was my mom's mom. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she always made a point to go to Christmas and Thanksgiving and everybody's birthday and this and that, but just never really worked out. And then my grandma had a stroke. I had been living with her for a long time at that point, almost 10 years, and she had a stroke. She didn't die, but my mom wouldn't allow me to see her, and that was my best friend. My grandma was my best friend and everything. She's my everything.
I'm so sorry. Is that when things took a turn?
I was 15 when I moved out, and it was almost 10 years later that that happened. So it really wasn't, there wasn't, I mean, it just never really got better. But especially after that, it was like, that was it, because my grandma kept everybody together. And,
When were you first introduced to drugs?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Yeah.
Do you remember who introduced you?
My brother sold me my first bag of weed.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend who gave me a line of something, which I thought was Coke. Not like it mattered, but it ended up being crystal. And I was up all night like, what is going on? Am I dying? And it was, no, it was not dying, just drugs.
Yeah.
So
So, 39, you started at what age again?
13-ish.
Okay. Was there periods of sobriety in there?
Yeah. I mean, I drank a lot for, many years, but I quit drinking probably about, I don't know, 9 years or so ago. But I mean, I've had periods where I didn't drink at all. Maybe I'd smoke a little weed or whatever. But yeah, it just, the hard stuff started when I quit drinking, really. Like regularly, like the heroin, But that kind of ended accidentally and kind of switched over to the blues. And I mean, it was cool because I stopped shooting up.
Yeah.
But,
When did they first come into Vegas? Do you remember?
Probably, I want to say maybe about 2 years ago is when you started like hearing about them a lot and people buying them. But before that, what it was they're like a knockoff of Roxy's, the Roxycodone that the doctors prescribe you.
Yeah.
So they look like those, but they aren't,
All right, Stacy. How do you survive out here?
I boost actually. I get people what they want from stores and sell it to them for cheap.
Okay. Do you ever work the streets?
No.
You've never done that?
Nope. That's one thing I refuse to do.
How do you stay away from that?
It's real easy. I just won't do it. I just don't do it. I'm good.
You get proposition all the time?
All the time.
Yeah.
Not as much as, you might think, because maybe this area just, I don't know, whatever. But I don't get propositioned as much as I have just living normally, while I was not homeless. I think I got propositioned more, which is weird, but.
When you're not homeless, where were you staying?
I've had apartments of my own. I've lived with boyfriends, and I think that's one of the reasons it's really hard to get help out here. I've come to the conclusion that, like, there's this place, Help of Southern Nevada, and they put people in housing that are homeless, like habitually homeless, and they were like refuse to help me pretty much. And I feel like it's because they think that I should just be able to go get a boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Which is really stupid, because that's why I kind of ended up on the streets in the first place.
Yeah. All right, so you said you lost your boyfriend.
Yep.
Or he left you. What happened?
Yeah, we were in a relationship for 6 years, and one day I got a text message basically saying we were over, and that was it. He left me for another girl and ended up getting her pregnant. And he's moved away. So that was
6 years?
6 years.
You had no clue it was coming.
I mean, we fought a lot, but no, I had no clue. No clue. It was like we were David and Stacy, it was David and Stacy. Everybody knew David and Stacy, and it was no longer David and Stacy. What are you doing, baby? Come
so were you devastated for a while?
I was pretty devastated, but honestly, like it is better that we're not together. He was not nice to me at all.
He abused you?
Yes, very much so, in every way you could think of. But I've changed a lot in the last year-ish, year plus couple months, and probably am like the best version of myself I've been in a long time, which is weird. Just it's really hard to get off the streets without help,
Yeah. If someone wanted to help you, what could they do for you right now?
Jeez, I don't even know. I have no ID. It's really hard to like get that, It's hard to get a job without an ID.
Do you have an email address you could share with us?
I do. It's Stacy Burrows 21. So STACYBURROWS 21 @gmail.com.
When you were a little girl, what did you dream of becoming?
Well, I actually originally probably wanted to be a doctor, but then I went to a hospital for the first time, and I was good. But when I decided to go to school for elementary education, my 5th grade teacher is pretty much kind of who made me want to do that. She was the best teacher. She was so cool. She was
What was her name?
Miss Slocum.
Miss Slocum?
Miss Slocum.
Miss Slocum. Shout out to
yes.
Miss Slocum. You think she's still teaching?
Probably. Hopefully. She was a great teacher.
That's awesome.
She taught at Argyle Gray Elementary School.
Yeah. Vegas changed a lot since you were a little kid?
It's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
It got worse in crime?
So much worse,
Really?
I feel, yeah.
You see a difference in the last like 2 to 3 years since fentanyl came in on the scene? Is there a difference on the streets?
Yes, it's crazy. It's like, but also like people who were never even really doing drugs, I feel, are like just out here doing the most, you know? It's crazy. Crazy.
So you have a high school diploma.
Yeah.
And in your 20s and 30s, did you work? Did you have a paying job anymore?
I've always worked, except for when I got into the relationship with that guy. You know, for 6 years he didn't want me to work. He wanted to be the provider, so I didn't work. And but before that, I always had a job. I've always worked.
What kind of jobs?
I worked in sales, marketing, even. I've done retail stuff.
Okay.
I was a dog trainer for a while.
Were you?
PetSmart, yeah.
All right, tell us a little bit about your dog.
My dog is the best doggy ever.
How long have you had him?
I've had him since he was born. That's why his name is. Oh, you're gonna growl.
How old is he?
He's about 5.
Oh.
I know.
You had him last time, but he was a little skinnier.
Well, summertime. He gets his winter coat in, and he looks bigger too. You know.
All right. Speaking of winter, what's the weather? What's the average temperature here at night?
Well, it gets really cold.
It does, doesn't it?
It gets really cold. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really, really cold.
All right. What's your advice to people that are wanting to get into this lifestyle of drinking, partying, drugs?
You know, keep it to a minimum. You know, everything in moderation. There
Everything
we go.
in moderation.
Yes.
Unless
everything
you're
in
an
moderation.
addict. Unless you have addictive personality, maybe.
Right. Well, then there's no such thing. It's go big or go home. That's what I like to say.
Yeah. I quit drinking like 9 years ago. My friends were like, "You're a quitter."
Me too. I quit drinking about 9 years ago too.
Did you?
Yeah.
And what are you just doing now?
Just blues and a little bit of crystals.
You plan on
weed, but you know.
Plan on going to rehab or anything? Do you?
No, it's medication, man. Like I'm in pain when I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, I have to take something for my pain.
What kind of pain again? Remind us.
Back and neck, really. It was in a really bad car accident when I was younger.
Yeah.
Flipped and rolled down the side of the mountain.
Did you have any mental health issues growing up? Were you depressed or anything?
Not really growing up, no. As an adult, I've had anxiety and depression, but the anxiety, I think, stemmed a lot from the car accident because it was like I had PTSD really, really bad from being in the car accident. So being in cars, period, just caused me so much anxiety that it was ridiculous. But actually, I cured that randomly with DMT. I don't know if you've heard of DMT, but
yeah, I heard of it. I don't know much about it.
I didn't even know it happened until like a month or two after. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is this, what's going on here? There's no anxiety, no nothing, like, it's fine, I'm good, what?
Wow.
But it's amazing. I keep expecting it to come back, but it's been like almost a year now and no anxiety. And it was like 20 plus years of anxiety, severe anxiety, every single time I got into a car.
Well, you don't appear to have any anxiety here.
Not at all.
How about some fun questions?
All right, let's do that.
What's your favorite food?
Ooh, oh man, right now I could really go for a pizza. Like that would be so good right now.
You want a pizza?
Yeah. There's this place on Main Street. I haven't eaten there, but every time I walk by it, it smells so good. It's called Good Pie.
Yeah.
Like goodbye, but good pie.
Good pie. All right, maybe we'll get some pizza.
That sounds amazing. But I also like Thai food.
Thai food. There's a Thai food right there.
Is it? Yeah, they have some Thai food here.
I like their yellow curry, but
do you? Yeah.
There's one called Ocho up the street. I don't know if that's.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's yes,
I enjoy that place, but my friends that I bring there, they don't like it.
Why not?
I don't know. I liked it though a lot.
It looks good. It's always busy. They're open late.
It is busy.
Friends are lame.
Friends are lame. Do you believe in extraterrestrial stuff or anything
Hell
like that?
yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, ghosts? Do you believe in
Ghosts?
ghosts?
Yep.
Tell us your experiences with the extraterrestrial.
I don't personally have any of my own experiences.
Okay.
But I feel like the universe is so vast and everything that like there couldn't not be. You know? I don't know. And then even like the government has admitted to like, you know, certain things.
Yeah. Oh, do you have ghost stories or experiences?
Well, like the worst one, because I don't know. I try to have more experiences with ghosts, but I don't know. They're just always around me. I feel, I don't know, whatever.
They're always
But
around
like
you.
the worst one, the worst thing I've ever felt in that like area was after my grandma had a stroke. You know, we were living together in her condo, and she wasn't there anymore. I was still living there. I could no longer go to my room because it felt like there was always somebody hanging in the hallway. Like somebody had hung themselves there and it was just like constantly there. It just was the weirdest feeling. Like even walking through there, I almost felt like I'd have to sideways, you know, step by it. It was so strange, but.
How old were you?
That was, I was like mid-20s,
Okay.
23, 24 maybe.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
So do you believe that there's life after death?
I believe that energy never dies, and you know that's what we all are. So
What do you think happens to us?
I feel like we come back. You know, some of us as maybe lesser beings.
As him?
I know he is a human. I call him a person in a dog suit all the time. He's my little person in a dog suit. He's just so smart and he pays attention to everything. He understands so much.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What kind is it?
He's a mix. His dad was a Chihuahua. He knows we're talking about him now.
He does, huh?
Yeah, and his mom looked like a fox. He looks a lot like his mom.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, Stacey, it's getting cold. I don't want to keep you up here. Maybe go get you a pizza or something. Thank you so much for this interview.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.